Hello. So I was playing in quick play and I came across a Naafiri that's also Emerald. So I decided to make a quick video on how to actually counter Naafiri because I think that's pretty useful to know. And in my videos I keep saying that Naafiri has a pretty terrible early game and I wanna explain why. And I think playing against it really will show how you can just deal with it. Because if you play incorrectly against Naafiri, she actually has a strong early game. It's just that it's really easily countered. And I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. So basically, what you wanna do is her early game, her level 1 especially, she actually has a bit of poke and damage. You do need to be careful for that. She has like a Q and her second Q heals her and deals like a burst of damage. So what you wanna do is avoid getting hit by 2 Qs. 1 Q is fine, 2 Qs is a losing trade and maybe a losing lane. So you just bait out one of the Qs. And the way you do that is by not standing in a wave. And yeah, she uses 1 Q, I go in. And this will be a winning trade. And I also go for her dogs. You can do this if you're melee. You kind of one-tap them. Without her dogs, she doesn't really have any damage. So if you're Fizz, if you're Silas, just go for the dogs. The cooldown is really long on that early game. She also doesn't have any CC. So if you do start snowballing on her, you will win pretty hard. Like you can just dive her over and over again. But yeah, the general game plan is just watch out for Qs. And if she misses one, you go all in. You can also just easily dodge it on reaction. The moment you see your animation start, just move sideways. But yeah, I have a level up and I just go all in. Because Naafiri cannot, like she doesn't have any defensive tools. The best things you can do is E backwards. And that's often just not enough. So that's how you start snowballing. She actually did go like early game, bit of an early game setup, but it's just Naafiri's early damage just sucks. So there's no real use. And this is against Abessa, whose early game isn't the best. At least that's what the general consensus seems to be right now. But I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead. Because I do get some more kills on her. But the game plan literally stays the same. Like I'm standing next to the wave, so she has to choose. So she either farms, or, she misses a ton of minions, or tries to poke me. And that's just, like here, she tries to go for the cannon, so I just... There's nothing Naafiri can do. And this is... you can do this with most melee champions in the lane. The ranged champions, the matchup is, I would say, even better in lane, because she is just, she doesn't really have to range to ever hit double Q, and she cannot usually use her W against the ranged opponents because they always have a charm or CC ability. So yeah, she's basically always disadvantaged in lane, and I think I kill her soon. Yeah, I think I kill her about now. Yeah, she doesn't have Q, it's on a long cooldown, so you just go all in. And that's kind of how you snowball the Naafiri lane. But yeah, that was kind of the video. Naafiri though, if you play against her, never count her out. She is a scaling champion, and she will get kills in the mid lane, or in the mid game. She will basically always end up being fed at some point. If you're the Naafiri in this case, champions like Ambessa, they can just dive you over and over again. It's not really advisable to stay in lane per se, unless you really keep staying here and just try to last hit with your Qs. But even then, a proper opponent will freeze on you, so that's not really possible. So your best bet at that point is maybe just start roaming. It's like, you have no defensive tools, and even with your ult actually takes a while to cast. in the time, you cannot do anything. So you cannot use it defensively. But yeah, again, that was the video. I hope it was interesting.